We asked 1,000 moms when their baby started to crawl, and here's what they said.
Here's a look at when and how and what style they started to crawl in.
Let's chart it out by mapping out the ages that we saw in the responses, coupled with the frequency of how often that age was chosen as a response to the question. What we saw in the responses was that babies started to crawl anywhere from ages 4 months to 12 to 14 months. When we look at all of the data, though, the responses tended to cluster around 6 to 9 to 10 months at where majority of babies started to crawl.
What was even crazier was that we started to see repetitions of 4 different tracks that babies followed when they were crawling. The tracks mean the progression from army crawling to hands and knees crawling to walking, as an example of the first one. The second one, we saw a lot of babies army crawling, then standing and cruising, and then walking. A lot of babies skipped crawling altogether, which we have opinions on, followed by standing and cruising and then walking. And then a wide range that were also crawling backwards, then standing and cruising, and then walking. There's an age-old myth that if your baby crawls early, they're also going to walk early, but what we saw from the data is that's actually not true at all. Earlier crawling did not necessarily mean earlier walking, and earlier crawling with one baby did not mean anything about what your second, third, fourth baby is going to do. Let's just pause on this for a second to show that the anxiety of moms tended to peak around 7 to 9 months, driven primarily by comparison. The point of this video is to show that every single baby is on their own timeline and every baby is distinctively different. We specialize in crawling and make pants for babies on the move with silicone knee grips on them to help grip the floor when they're learning how to crawl. The only thing we focus on is crawling. So follow for more tips and tricks for teaching your baby how to crawl. And check us out at tinylaundry.ca.